Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hey guys. So in this episode we are going to have a Q&A, how we met. This should be rather interesting because we have not gone through the questions.
All the questions.
So this should be interesting. All right, so without further ado.
Yeah, well, you haven't been present in most of the videos, and that's because you've gone back to work. So yeah, you're not here very often. Not as often as before, but we have to do what we have to do. Yeah, so it's a very interesting story of how we met.
All right, so first question,
we are going to go into it. Question number 1. Let me see it, man. We just scroll down. Describe how we met. You go first.
We have two
versions.
But my version is the accurate version. All right, so it all started at the University of Technology, Jamaica. So I was a day student.
You weren't a day student.
No, I was a part-time evening student. Okay. You know, working and attending school.
You see, already now get the details straight.
Working and attending school, and in my estimation, you know, I just believe that, you know, all day students are idlers. So I just came to school and I just did what I needed to do, and I just wanted to head out of there. All right, because I was already stressed out already with work. So we had a project to do. We both were studying information technology, and we were placed in groups. But the teacher had assigned groups. It was a group assignment.
He didn't assign the groups.
Yeah, so
you were to choose the groups.
You want to tell the story?
Well, all right, tell your version.
Yeah, so we're supposed to go in groups, and I was looking around the class, and you know, saw most of the day students. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. So you know, these young lady, they seem, I guess, okay. So went and formed the group with them. Asked him if they wanted to be in the group. Fast forward in the story, we got in groups, and the assignment was due. Right? So I'm not hearing anything from this young lady, Miss Roxanne. So again, remember now, I already have the view that day students are idlers. Okay, they only waste time when they go to school. So this young lady hasn't put anything in the group. She hasn't contributed. So I told her that, listen, if you don't submit what you need to submit, I am going to tell the teacher that you did not do anything, and you're going to get a big fat 0. Okay? Because after all, what do you have to do when you're at school all day? Eh? So she right away immediately sent me an email, called me, rang off my phone.
Tell a story. Tell a story.
Yeah, so you know, called me and stuff, and like, you know, Omar, and I'm so sorry. So sorry.
I'm gonna let you know I wake up just say.
You know, I have a major project going on, and you know, I was just focusing on getting that together. So I'm going to do my part and send it to you. I'm like, okay, no problem. All I want, my friend, is a little bit of communication. Let me know what's going on so I can, you know, adjust myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from there, you know, we started talking, having a conversation about all of that stuff.
So that's how we met.
Yeah, and that's my version. That's the correct version. I should add.
Okay. Well, if you know Omar Genas, you'll know that he's not the best with details.
Don't know what she's talking about.
All right. So how we met officially.
Version 2.
How we met officially the truth. Exactly how the story goes. Alright, so he had a few details correct. We did meet in a information technology course that we were both studying. As you heard, we both studied IT. My major was information technology with the information system minor, and his was information technology with was it what, networking or database?
Enterprise computing.
Enterprise computing minor. And we had this one course to do in common, and this was my final year. I was in my very final year, my fourth and final year at the University of Technology. And so if anybody, well, you know, if you've gone through university, you know that these major projects, they're very important because they carry the weight of determining whether or not you are going to graduate. And I had already made plans that, you know, by a certain time, I'm going to move out, I must finish university, and I was not going to allow anything to derail me from that. So, Sir said, so a friend of mine, Sarah, we were both sitting beside each other to the side of the class. Right, so the way we were positioned, so you had the side, and then you had persons at the back, and you had persons at the other side, and then you had him and another guy in the middle. So Sarah and I, we were on the side sitting, and then Sarah said, okay, form groups of 4 or 5. This is what you have to do, yada yada yada. Only see this brother run come. This brother run come and say, you guys in a group yet? No, we're not. Okay, we can all, it's 4 of us, you know. We can all come together and form a group. Alright, cool. No problem. Alright, so we, you know, had a brief conversation. All 4 of us had a brief conversation. And no numbers were exchanged. All we did was to just exchange email addresses and assign who must do what and whatever. Now, to the next part of the story, when him said I never did I contribute my work. When I did not contribute my part of the assignment. That was true because, again...
Delinquent!
Because I had my major project, and one part of it was due around the same time or even before this assignment was due, which is more important. Major project.
My assignment.
Major project. So, he had sent a few emails, but I was really just honed in and focused on doing my part, so then I could focus on the other assignment at another time. All right. So the last email that he sent me, I'm even trying to go through me. If I ever find this, Omar, May I check my email and see if I find it. So this was what, 2013, September 2013, right? So the last email that he sent me is like, all right, I haven't been hearing anything from you, Roxanne, so I'm going to go ahead and you feel proud now.
Sounds like an email I would send.
I'm going to go ahead and tell sir that you did not contribute anything to the group assignment, so you get 0.
That's exactly what I wrote. You will get 0.
So when I read the email, I'm like, oh, what happened to the brother? So I'm like, all right. So I responded to his email and I explained, you know, what was happening. I told him that I was working on major project and yada yada yada. You guys heard the story. And so he responded almost immediately and said, okay, Roxanne, I understand, but next time I'd appreciate more communication. And I could definitely understand and appreciate that. So I did complete the assignment. I did complete the assignment.
Yes, she did. I'm laughing because there's another email. So there's this email. I just did a search. And this says, the caption is, lab project. To the teacher, copy Roxanne.
No, man, this is a different. Okay.
But no, copy Roxanne. It says, good night, teacher's name. Please know that I am the only one from the defunct from the defunct group of 3 who did or attempted this assignment.
Yeah, really, farmer.
As such,
No, see where just I get it from.
As such, the other 2 guys, X and Y, should not receive the same grade as me. Regards, Omar. There's a pattern here.
A long time you had to do this, baby. A long time you had to do this, man. Question number 2. What did you think when you first met me? I'll go first because you answered the other question.
Okay.
Alright, as far as I can remember, when I first met him, because he came over to form the group with Sarah and I.
I hope Sarah watches this, you know.
I don't know, a long time I didn't talk to her. Yeah. Sarah, if you see this, big up yourself.
And he can chime in. Tell well.
Sorry, I probably don't remember this. Yeah, what did I think? Alright, so initially, because you were tall.
Where was the class? The class was on
It was the second floor open at the IT building.
Oh, that big spacious classroom. Okay, I remember.
I don't know if it's spacious, but yeah. Alright, so yeah, so he's tall and him handsome, him look nice, him slim. Okay? But I wasn't focusing on that because really and truly that was not my focus. I wanted to complete my class and leave everything behind and come out. Yes, like no distractions. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to be with anybody. Yeah, so initially I thought he was extra. Enough.
I wonder why she would think that.
Yeah, because that's just how you came over and you know assigned those different parts of the project and all of that.
Leadership 101. Take charge.
Yeah, but aside from that, I thought you were very handsome.
Oh, that's right. What was the question? What did I think?
Yeah, what did you think when you first met me?
I thought that she was a cute chick, but again, I mean, my head wasn't there at all, you know. Again, I just wanted to. So attending UTech, I did nothing but just come to school, do my work, and leave. Because it was already stressful enough leaving work from New Kingston, coming out in the evening, battling traffic, you know, to come to class. So I was already stressed out in doing that. So I wasn't looking in the direction of forming a relationship or anything like that. I just wanted to be in a group with people who actually make sense. Because again, remember, I believe that everybody who attend day school now, them just idle, you know. So I just wanted to form a group with somebody we can actually do something together, so we can complete my assignment and leave.
So,
alright, next question.
Alright, question 3. We're just there 3. You see a video long already? What do you think initially attracted me to you?
Well, for me, I
think it was a conversation that we eventually had. Like as we continued.
Yeah, because after the email we started talking.
Yeah, we started talking more, and then we actually exchanged numbers. So it was just a conversation that we had.
Yeah, we spoke about a lot. A lot.
Yeah, a whole lot.
That was a BlackBerry time?
Yeah, man. No. You had BlackBerry, but I had a different phone.
HTC phone.
No, HTC. All right, question 4.
The conversation were seamless.
Yeah. And they weren't surface. They weren't superficial conversations.
Yeah.
All right, 4. When did you think this could become something serious? Omar, your question, let you know.
When did I think this would be serious? I think for me it would be So I like conversation. I like talking, right? Because I always think that when someone is not intimate, then the conversations will be the thing that really will be the fuel for the relationship. So I believe that once I'm able to just free flow with somebody and talk about deep stuff, whether it's politics, religion, because yeah, we had those
Yeah,
conversations.
we had those conversations.
Finances, the future
Those
plans,
are tough conversations.
entrepreneurship, all those stuff. I believe that because I wasn't in a relationship and she wasn't in a relationship, so I believe that if I can have those conversations with somebody, I'm going to have an emotional attraction, and for me, that I think that's what did it. The conversation were easy, and
not initially though. Remember?
That's true.
Well, I remember one of the times when you were asking me a whole heap of questions. I was like, Bridget, stop asking me so much questions. And after we said I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. And I woke up the following morning and I was like, oh God. I apologized.
Yeah, because I'm like, I want to be here. I want to dive into your brain, see how your brain works. Because we even had some conversation around religion and so if you're in a relationship, okay, backtrack.
He was an atheist.
I was not an atheist. I just did not subscribe to the Christian faith. All right.
Or any faith.
I was leaning more towards Buddhism.
What a stress, see?
So
what a thing.
So I said to her, so
we can get into that.
So if we get into a relationship, how would this? Where would the child go?
It wouldn't work. I'm gonna tell you that there would be no relationship. There would be. I don't remember. Yeah, but there would be no relationship because it would be strained. It would be unequally yoked, and so the values wouldn't align.
I remember like, so why you believe what you believe? And then Roxanne a buck and shuffle. I'm like, but if you're not rooted in what you believe, then that don't make no sense. You're just going off of what your parents like pass on to you. You haven't dove deep into the situation, So any wind of doctrine can just toss you to and fro.
Yeah. Well, what was my other response? How did you end up coming around?
Invite me to church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure I shared my convictions with you.
About the child?
No. We were talking about religion and my belief.
Well, what she shared, I was not convinced in any way, shape, or form. But I left it because I'm like, okay, you do your thing, But then, she invited me to church.
And that was very interesting. And when we invited to church, were we together at that point?
No. It's a girl come invite me to church. I'm like,
alright, wait, don't let me tell that part of the story.
I'm like, ugh.
Alright, so one day, because I would usually see him on a Friday only for the week, because I go to school Monday to Friday. He would come to school on Friday afternoons.
I make it even worse to man. Friday. I have to go to class on Friday.
Yes. Yeah. So it's on bitter.
Very bitter. I hated it.
Look at it this way.
Every time I had to go to school, I'm like,
look at it this way. Look at it this way. If you never have to come to class on a Friday, we wouldn't dare. We would not be here today.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
That's a fact.
Because, alright, you see, much time we'll go back. We'll go forward and come back. Because I remember in probably 2012, I saw you. It's in 2013. Like, it started to jog my memory that I actually saw you in another class before. Oh. It was a night class where never really pay attention.
It's a pre-midnight class.
No, another mistake. That's not what I said. It was a class that I really wasn't interested in. Like, I don't even know how I made it through that class. Yeah, but I don't know how I made it through that class, but that after getting in the group with him, I realized that I actually saw this guy before. But yeah,
Yeah,
we never talked.
She couldn't forget me.
We never talked. Nothing like our paths never crossed. I just saw him like in passing, and that was it. Yeah, yeah. All right, what did I talk about before though? Oh yes, church.
Yeah, so she invited me to church. So
So the Friday, the Friday that he came to class, I said that no, he was leaving school, and a little voice said to me, I should invite him to church. I'm like, no, Sam, and I invite him going nowhere. I'm not going to invite him to church because everybody I invite to church, they don't want to come, and I can't deal with the rejection and people wondering if I'm weird. But again, the little inkling was there again, and he was almost through the gate. So I had to run after man. Run, Omar.
I wasn't through the gate.
You almost were at.
I was at the lab, computer lab.
No, you were almost at the gate, the walk-in gate.
Oh really?
Yes, because you were going back to work.
Oh.
Yeah. So
and that's how my mind put me. My mind put me at the computer lab.
No, sir. You were almost at the gate, man. Because
remember.
Because I remember I was heading to. Because I remember I had to come to you. I was stopping you.
Oh.
Yeah. So probably we were at the lab talking, and then you said, "Oh, you're gonna head back to work now."
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I met you by the when you were almost at the gate. So this was past the library.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, would you like to come to church with me on Sunday?
Yeah, when she asked me a question, I'm like, alright. My eyes were rolling in my head.
I never showed.
In my head. Like 300 times.
So you better say yes for.
She's going to church, man. She's so cute. So I'm like, okay. Yeah. So my answer. Okay.
Yeah, so when he answered yes, I was like, really?
And then my follow-up question was, so what time church start? Merciful Father. You know what the girl say? 8 o'clock. Like, who starts anything at 8 o'clock? On a Sunday. That's when sleep's sweet.
Oh, gosh. But he was there early.
I come out of my bed.
Yeah. He was there early. Yeah, so that was good. It was a very interesting sermon. I don't remember what it was though. Or was that the sermon where they asked question? The preacher did ask question?
I don't know.
Or will you win something?
No.
Another one day. It was another time. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but he started to come to church with me. And he asked more questions. I was like, I don't want you to baptize or anything like that because of my saints or whatever. You have to have your own conviction and all of that.
Yeah.
Why the question along, sir?
When I was in church, I saw her legs.
You see, this is why it's important to. But in my defense, my dress was modest. You just a look. You were.
She sat beside me.
You are look for something. You were looking for something.
She sat beside me.
Alright, this time we're good.
She sat beside me, and I was there taking in the word, and I glanced. I'm like, oh wow, okay. In my head, I'm like, oh wow, yeah, she had these nice legs. That's what I thought. Did I tell you?
Not at the time.
Yes.
He eventually told me.
Yes. I thought she had very nice legs. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Hot seat, Roxanne.
Why? Next question. What are my best traits?
Okay. That one is pretty easy. She's smart. Sometimes she thinks she's smarter than me. But it's alright. Let's hear what I go there so. Let's hear what I go there so.
Let's go there. Why would you think I think that?
Because she should go on more time.
Oh my God.
You know? Like you're some genius.
Give examples.
No, an example for
Then that not valid.
You're lucky. You're
That not
lucky.
valid. You can't accuse me of doing something and an example for back it up.
You're lucky. Go put her Karen in the house.
No, that.
But she's smart. You know, she's intelligent. And the great thing about Roxanne is that she has a good memory. Bad thing about Roxanne is that she has a good memory.
I don't forget anything.
This chick doesn't forget anything, man.
The good and the bad.
But yeah, I like that. So wherever I fall short, you know, she can definitely.
Well, let me not say I don't forget anything, because there's some like short-term stuff. I realize that those things slip in me now. But like long-term, like real important things, I don't forget those things.
Okay.
Yes, I felt the need to quantify that.
Yeah, so she's smart. She has a good memory. Another thing that I like about Roxanne is that she's caring, in the sense that when you are in her circle, her inner circle, she will go above and beyond. She will move beyond, above and beyond for you. She will move mountains for you. You know, she'll be there. She is accountable to you as long as you're in her inner circle, and that's good as well. She always does stuff too that will make myself and Josiah happy. You know, so for example, porridge. Roxanne doesn't even eat porridge, but she always makes porridge because Josiah and I love porridge. Yeah. So she's selfless. All right. That's good. Yeah, she's selfless. She has a big heart. So she loves big and she hurts big, you know.
That's true.
She's very creative. I mean, we're both creative, or we're creative in different aspects, right? So she's very creative art wise, so she makes stuff and stuff like that. I like to fix stuff. I like to experiment, invent. Yeah, so two creatives came together. That's cool. I realize that Josiah has a little bit of that as well.
Yeah, mix of both.
What else? I also like the fact that she always tries new things, and she's open to trying new things, and that's cool because I am a adventurous guy. We're spontaneous, so she doesn't burst my bubble. You know, that would be a real drag in a relationship if one party is adventurous and the other party is like, bother. No, that would be a drag. So I appreciate that as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Your best traits. I like the fact that, well, before I met you, I wasn't as spontaneous or outgoing like that. So you were able to bring that to me, bring that out in me. You are very smart. Yeah, you're very, very smart. And that was one of the things that attracted me to you. How eloquent you are. Yeah. Yes. He's very eloquent. He's very charming. He's very, what do you call it now? Let's see.
Spokesman.
No, I know that man say. So whenever you're around him, you will feel good. Like if you feel down and you come around Omar, you're not going to continue to feel down. And I think that's a really good trait to have. So he's a real people person.
What if I can monetize it?
Maybe in the wrong field. Yeah, but yeah, he's a sanguine person. So he's out there. So it is good and it is bad because he's very talkative. and it has its pros, but then sometimes, yeah.
Like chill, dude.
Yeah.
Chill, dude.
Yeah, but back to your best traits though. You are, I said adventurous. Did I?
You alluded to it.
Okay, you're very adventurous. Like at the drop of a hat, if I say to you, oh, I feel like going on a narcos, I feel like driving to XYZ. You're like, oh, come on, without hesitation. And I love that. So it doesn't give any chance to rethink.
Don't.
Yeah, but don't. And most of all, Omar is very, very supportive. Extremely supportive. From the time we got together, when I was doing my jewelry business and every other thing in between, Omar was extremely supportive. He's my biggest cheerleader. He is there at every point.
You have male cheerleaders?
Yeah, you actually do. Yeah.
Let's say I'm her biggest fan. I prefer that word.
Okay.
I'm her biggest fan.
Okay. My biggest support.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Omar is always there, like front and center. He is there. I can count on Omar for be somewhere where I need him to be. Yes, and that was something that really made me feel secure with him.
That's cool.
Yeah. What are my worst traits?
What are your worst traits?
You love procrastinate.
Yeah, because for me, I like
when the work sit on by you.
Yeah, and then I have to have that rush when I have to push everything together, and stress me out. But I guess I like the excitement. But it's something I'm working on though, because that's not healthy. Procrastinating. If you have something to be done, just do it right away. So you get rid of it. You forget about it. Right. So that's something I'm working on still.
What about me?
Worst traits. I would say worst trait. I would just say something you need to work on. Which would be sometimes you get very emotional. Yes.
We are talking about no man, you have to give example right as well.
Just because you're an emotional person, so sometimes even for small stuff, you
like
in my estimation.
Like what? You can't just lay out them something and say
sanguine details.
No, you have to give me example, because how am I going to work on something that I have no idea?
Lord, impress it upon her. Impress it upon her.
No man, baby, you have to go
download it into her mind.
No, you have to go keep her record of them something, because if you're gonna make recommendations,
but that's the thing too. I don't keep tabs on these things. I talk about it in the moment and then I just forget about it.
It's not about keeping tabs. It's about helping your partner to be better. So if I don't know in what ways I'm being very emotional, then I'm not gonna know. Because when you say to me, when you make a statement like I'm very emotional, I immediately in my mind I'm thinking, oh, I just bawl at the drop of a hat for the simplest of things. So that's why I want to know or quantify that statement.
Oh, well, for me, when I say emotional, it simply means that she, in my estimation, takes an ant hill and turn it into a mountain. That's what I mean by emotional. I don't mean
that
by
making no better.
I don't mean by but we've having conversation about this before.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had a lot of conversation about this.
But I'm still white. But hasn't there been improvement?
Yes, there has.
Oh, so but you still come back with an answer there? Nice.
Yeah. What happened recently? I don't even remember.
Yeah, right. Next question. Alright, what are the biggest things? Alright, what is the biggest thing you have learned from being with me, from us being together?
What is the biggest thing that I've learned? Wow, the biggest. Okay, let me tell you all that I've learned. I believe that I've grown my capacity in terms of being patient. Let me tell you why. So Roxanne would be the youngest person I've ever dated. So with that comes challenges, difference in age and stuff, difference in maturity, difference in experience. And she has traits that I admire. I think that this time we're already dating. So I'm like, okay, she has these good traits. She could be a good wife. So let me not put my past experiences on her, and just communicate as best as I can how I'm feeling, how whatever she does or reacts to, how it makes me feel. And throughout that process, my level of patience grew. And it's still growing even now to this day, six plus years in marriage. And how much years are we dating? How much years are we been together now? 8 years together, 6 years married,
Almost
6+
8.
married. Still growing, right? So that's an area that I've grown in because I'm with Roxanne. I'm also more mindful of how she feels and being present. Whenever we're having conversations, because I like doing stuff. I don't like staying still. I don't like to keep still.
Now I see where Josiah gets it from.
Yeah, true. I don't like to keep still. So, Roxanne's love language is quality time. One of her love languages is quality time. So I'm learning how to be present, especially when she needs me. Just put away all the distractions, phones, and all that nonsense, and just be present. Right?
Yeah,
I think those are the two big things that popped in my head.
It's 10 o'clock.
Thank you very much. That popped in my head. I popped in my head immediately.
Okay. Are you kidding me?
Just a heads up.
Oh God. Alright, for me, I would say it's belief. Because sometimes you grow up and you have certain experience.
Pee.
Yeah, you went to the bathroom. Yeah, you go in the bathroom. So you go.
The light not on.
So you make him wait.
Belief.
Yeah. Alright, so for me, I would say that it's belief. Because you grow up, you have certain experiences, and it causes you to doubt yourself and to doubt, or your self-image is impacted.
Pee.
All right, baby. Yeah, so him, just being the person that he is. And Josiah has entered the chat. Yeah, him being the person that he is and his personality, it allowed me to build my belief as well, in my abilities, and also just being a better communicator. Because usually I would be one to just cut you off and cut.
Yeah.
I was a hothead.
Yeah.
You just cuss you off, and if I don't like you, just leave me alone or ignore you, and that's it. But I've learned to really just take a step back and just think about the other person's feelings and communicate much better. So I think those are the two biggest lessons that I've learned so far.
Okay. All right.
Pause. You touch. Turn sideways on it. No, it's not good.
That's what I call tongue muscle exercise.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Go. It's already a record.
It's ought to be interesting. We have not
looking at camera. It's camera day.
we have not gone through all the questions, so this should be
rather interesting.
Very raw.
You want to sleep?